Right, it is New Year's Eve, so last day of the year, 2023. I'm in the conservatory because we've got some new plants. So we've had a week off work over the Christmas period, and yeah, sort of limited, frustrating this time of year what you can do. So decided to take a drive yesterday to a couple of garden centres, and we bought a few plants. Surprise, surprise. So one I've been after for a while, and a few were just sort of lucky finds, if you like. So we'll have a look at them. We're in the conservatory because it's not cold, but it's still a little bit windy. So all we've had the last few weeks seem to be 40-50 mile per hour winds. It's not quite as bad today, but anyway, let's get on with the new plants. Well, before we do that, we are, like I say, in the conservatory. There's a lot of junk in here, so you have to excuse that. But this is where the inset bananas are overwintering. So we've got the standard Morellii here, and we've got the Heniba, just with one leaf on them, just ticking over in pots, been kept dry. We have got the lotus banana there as well, which probably could have done with a bit of water, and so the leaves have sort of dried up on that, but I'd rather keep it dry and get it going again rather than risk root rot. Anyway, so we'll save the plant I've been after for a while to the very end. These are a couple of lucky finds, if you like. So I have been after a Farfugium, or Farfugium, however you want to pronounce it, for a while, and didn't really see them that much, but we got one. Unfortunately, this is, I mentioned the wind. This was obviously outside in a garden centre, had been blown over, and a few of the leaves had snapped off, or snapped, so I took them off totally. So not too many leaves on it, but it's looking healthy, looking alive, so that's good. And there's a couple of little growth points on that, so we should get some growth on that over the coming year, hopefully. Yeah, that was actually only $11.99, and when I've been looking online for these, they're normally a bit more than that, so that's a good find. $11.99 for that, for a reasonably sized plant. Sort of damp shade loving plant that's going to go around the wildlife pond come spring when I plant it out. We've got another fern here, which is quite an interesting one, evergreen, quite fine divided leaves, sort of palmate, again almost like a palm leaf, so that's why I like that one. That was $7.99, and there's the information if you want to pause and read that. Quite a nice, decent sized plant for $7.99. I was quite pleased with that. Right, so I did, and these are house plants, but these are going to be going in the hothouse come spring, and these are all little baby ones. So stuff that, maybe a few years ago would have been really expensive. A lot of stuff has sort of come down after the pandemic and that, and people got into the house plants again, and that really did, things got a bit crazy price wise for a while, but a lot of stuff has come down in price. So if you like your house plants, and a lot of people do in the tropical garden style, a lot of house plants are sort of crossover into garden plants in the summer, you bring them out. So we'll start off, these are all little baby sort of plug plants, if you like. I've got a little clay for you there. That's only £3.49. I just like the leaves on that, just the pink stripes on that. We've got a little baby philodendron ring of fire there, so that's $4.99, and we can see the nice sort of variegated speckles on there. These get quite big, so I think that'll do quite well in the hothouse over the spring and summer period. Got another calathea here, $3.99, just nice little leaves on that. Lime green with the dark green variegation, loving that. This is one I've been after for a while, not that it's hard to find, but just something that I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on, and these do grow pretty quick. So they're saying philodendron minima, but I believe it's a well, it's like a mini monstera, if you like. It's I forget the name of it, but if you know your houseplants, you know what it is. What else we got? So we've got another philodendron here, gloriosum, $5.49. Only small, but again, this is a plant a couple of years ago. It might cost you a couple £100, a big size plant maybe, but now, yeah, we can get them cheap and grow them on. And then back here we've got a variegated, so this is a white princess, so I suppose it's similar to the pink princess, but it's white variegation, so that should come in quite nicely. Got a bit of white on there, a bit of white flecking, and hopefully get some nice big chunky variegation on that. Right, so the main plant I've been after one of these for a couple of years, and they've been pricey, and to be fair, ones I've seen in the past have not been very good variegation on them. But again, like a lot of these sort of crazed for houseplants, they've come down a lot in price. And this particular one, obviously we're talking about Monstera Thai constellation. They have been tissue cultured for a while. You can get cuttings, but they're generally tissue culture plants. But yeah, so I've been after one for a while and couldn't find one with a good amount of variegation and at the right price. But I thought now's the time. You know, looking forward to the new year, we're gonna ramp it up a bit and get some plants that I've been after for a while, and so prices have come down. So yeah, this is a Thai constellation, so it's like your standard Monstera, but really nice constellation type foliage with the variegation, lots of splats of creamy white, and yeah, plenty of variegation on there. Already started to get the split leaves, some nice chunks of. This is the type of constellation I like. I don't like all the little bitty variegation so much, but I do like the sort of chunks. So to have a couple of big chunks in there is always good. So it was a toss up between this and your Monstera elbow, which arguably is a prettier looking plant with big chunks of white variegation, but they don't grow as big. They're sort of a miniature leafer. These get giant leaves, and the variegation is sort of more stable on these Thai constellations rather than the elbows. So that's why I went for this one, and you know, a few years time this is going to be a massive plant and hopefully looking as nice as it does with all the variegation on it. Right, so how much was this one? So I went to a few garden centres. This was yesterday, and they do vary in price a bit, but this is the best deal I found. It's $57.49. I did see them in other garden centres at a similar size, probably not quite as nice variegation, and they were sort of £85. So I think this is a pretty good deal. the sort of price you ought to be paying really, and if the variegation suits what you're looking for, then that's a good price and I'm happy with that. Right, so that is just the food plants I've brought. We'll just finish up on the money plant. So this flowered for the first time for me last year, and looks like we've got some flower buds on it again this year, so we are going to say it's probably going to flower every year around this time now. And this is kept in the conservatory cold, so probably a minimum of 4 degrees, but it has been mild of late, but it doesn't get watered all winter. And this is a plant I've probably had for 20 years as a small cutting, and from that, you know, when you move the plant about, repot it, you know, get knocked, bits break off, so we've got loads and loads of cuttings, as we can see from that, absolutely everywhere. Right, we're going to leave it there. This is the food plants, some for the garden, some for the hothouse, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.